Now we are going to grout a light color trend cube with a dark color grout. This is the Kerakolor S Pewter. You're going to notice right away that we left on purpose the grout very dense, not liquid, very dense. And there is a reason we are going to explain. Now we're going to take a little bit of very little clean water and we're going to position it only on top of the grout line, as you can see. This one will allow us to do what? To pull the grout line inside. The grout line was, as you saw before, very dry. Now with just pulling a little bit of water on it, we are going to create the perfect grout line. We see it, and then if there is the need to fix an area, we can fix it. It's 2:07 right now, and we have placed the grout. Now we're waiting like, not even a couple of minutes. As you can see, there is a little bit of haze. These were the tiles that we cleaned before in the other video. These are the new tiles with the grout. There is a little base. Now we're going to change the water. So we're going to get clean water, as you can see right here. And we're going to start with the sponge and clean them. Notice the way Giulio cleans them. One direction. So you move the dirt away. Then again, water and one direction. There you go. Do not apply a lot of pressure onto it. It's just to wipe off the residue of grout from the tile. Now we're going to change the water. As you can see, the water is pretty dirty. So we are going to change it and then proceed to clean the tile in the opposite direction compared to what we have done so far. Notice the difference between the upper part of the grout line and the lower part. The upper part was done with liquid grout while the lower part was done with the solid grout that we just used. As you can see, there is a difference. When the grout is harder, is more solid, then it grabs into the grout line right away and it allows you to clean it a lot faster. Now we are applying the water in the opposite direction compared to before so that we don't spread the grout around. Do not apply excessive pressure on the grout since it's still fresh. And here now we can see that the water that we are using is now clean. It's no longer dirty as it was before. Here, actually, we are going to compare the two buckets, the one we used before and the one that we use now. At this point, we can take a dry cloth, apply very little pressure, and we are going on top of the grout line, to remove the residue of haze that right now are left on top of the tile. If you do it with the proper end, so the proper pressure on top, you just remove, and on the cloth there is a little haze. Maybe the camera is not catching it, but it's perfect. Here we see that if we have applied a little bit too much pressure, the grout is now onto the tile, but it can be cleaned with the same cloth, and all the tile are now completely clean. As you can see it. It is now 2:13. We have let the material dry a little bit. And as you can see, in only 13 minutes, we have grouted the material, cleaned it, and now all the tiles are exactly the same and everything is clean with no residue of grout on the surface of the material. At this point, after an hour, you can go back and clean it a little bit if there's still some haze, or after 12 hours, use again the product, the Bang cleaner, And you can go and with a scrubbing peg you can remove any residue that eventually is left over onto the tile.